According to the President's Council of Physical Fitness, Alabama was ranked one of the least likely states to have adults exercising 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. We are citizens of Alabama, and it's our responsibility to change this statistic. I'll be graduating from Auburn in December with a degree in exercise science, and I've learned many things that are worthy of sharing with you. Today I want to call you to an active lifestyle by fulfilling the need, the encouragement, and the desire you need to get moving. First of all, we have an essential scientific need for exercise. In our brains, in our bones, in our heart, and in our muscles, we were created with a need for exercise. Whether we realize it or not, we need to exercise. In the previous discussions, I have stated multiple reasons our body needs exercise. A few of these include disease prevention, weight loss, weight maintenance, cardiovascular health, brain health, flexibility, and strength gains. Exercise is also a fantastic means of preventative medicine. If more people were willing to get the recommended amount of exercise each week, pharmaceutical companies would see a noticeable difference. As president of the American College of Sports Medicine and family physician for over 20 years, Dr. R.E. Salas expressed his passion for prevention when he said, "There should be a merging of the fitness industry with the healthcare industry so that patients can be better helped to find an appropriate fitness regimen." We must learn to feel a desire for exercise. Many people know that exercise is beneficial to them, and they may even know what harm they're doing by not exercising. But how do we instill a strong desire in them to exercise? We may need to reshape the way they view physical activity completely. The potential risks and the forthcoming benefits may not be enough to turn off the TV or to get out of bed an hour early each morning. Psychologist Dr. Michelle Sagar recommends that we become more motivated to exercise when focusing on its more immediate effects, like a happier position or overall improved quality of life. After identifying our inherent need for exercise, next I will move forward by establishing society's responsibility to satisfy those needs. Exercise is a fantastic means of physical activity, and the norm for these perceived expectations needs to be reshaped. My exercise psychology teacher at Auburn, Dr. Matthew Miller, taught that the seemingly high expectations for exercise actually inhibit people from getting their recommended amount. People have been trained to believe that it doesn't count as exercise if it's not high intensity, but this is not true. In fact, much research is recently being done to suggest that light to moderate intensity is actually better because it ensures that psychological factors don't interfere and don't keep you from persevering in the exercise. Exercise is meant to be enjoyable. It's meant to draw you in each day. At very high intensities, it's unlikely that anyone who is not an athlete would enjoy it and want to keep coming back. Another responsibility for society is to our corporations. Much research has been done to show that corporations would benefit from encouraging their employees to exercise. In a scholarly article, The Physical Activity Component of Health Promotion in Occupational Settings, the author stated that exercise programs sponsored by employers can be more successful than many programs sponsored by community agencies, primarily because of their convenience to the participants. By allowing employees to exercise on the company time and dollar, the employers could be more certain that outside factors wouldn't interrupt their employees' plans to exercise during their free time. Making an exercise facility more convenient could save the corporations much money and cost of health care that arise from inactive employees. One important change that must take place is the image that media portrays as healthy. We have grown familiar with seeing perfectly toned and tanned bodies on magazines and television, and we become convinced that those are what constitutes as healthy. On the contrary, these bodies are likely unhealthy and have been photoshopped and reconstructed. One research article by Christine Ahmed expresses that we must keep adolescents from developing a poor body image by teaching them that healthy is defined as feeling good and having lots of energy, and that the best way to maintain weight is daily exercise and physical activity. If the media could present the more normal people in a healthy light, we would not be dissuaded by the notion that we could never look like the sculpted superstar. Our responsibility to exercise does not fall solely onto society's hands. In fact, most of the responsibility is our own. If we have a need to get moving and external encouragement, why are we still sitting? Finally, I hope that I can act on your stirred desire to get active by providing you with a few suggestions. Getting active is easy. After reshaping our expectations and perceived notions of what qualifies as exercise, we realize that truly anyone can get it. All that is being asked of you is 30 minutes of light to moderate physical activity each day. That is 30 minutes out of your daily 1,440 minutes. Further, that is 2/100ths of your day. We will have the same amount of time as the next person, but some people are wiser in how they decide to use those minutes. You could spend them stressing over temporary concerns, or you could ensure lasting benefits. You may have previous experience with exercise equipment and will feel comfortable in a gym setting, or you might feel that gardening would provide you with more benefits. Perhaps you want to start training for a marathon, and multiple plans for such can be found online. My favorite exercise program is weekly group fitness classes. They offer a range of options depending on what type of exercise as well as your physical fitness level. By attending the same classes, you become familiar with what the instructor desires from you, and you also gain a familiarity with the other regular attendees in the class. Group fitness classes are a great option for finding community as well as ensuring the good workout during the class. All it takes is 1 ounce of motivation to begin exercising. After about a week of making it part of your routine, it will become easier to follow through with and harder to neglect. The effects of exercise on mood and stress levels are worth making it a key part of your busy daily schedule. In conclusion, it's true that our bodies need regular physical activity to maintain good health. It's also true that society needs to reevaluate the message that they're sending through media and through corporations that don't allow their employees the time for physical activity. But most importantly, it's true that the desire to exercise is something you must claim for yourself. You must be intentional about how you spend your time and whether or not you are sowing things into your life that will reap benefits. Hopefully, I have established the need, the encouragement, and the desire required for each of you to get moving. Fast, slow, intermittently, or prolonged. All that matters is that we have found a desire to get active.